Hi, I'm Kris Drumheller, and I'm from West Texas A&M University, and I study emotions in the workplace.
Okay. And why is that important for us to know about emotions in the workplace?
One of the reasons I think it's really important is because we do tend to really consider people who are really rational thinkers, and we don't think about the emotions, and we really do experience emotions in the workplace. People have joys, they get angry, they get frustrated, and a lot of the research we find is people really remember a lot of the negative stuff, and so really focusing on those emotions that we really do experience and how we handle them in the workplace, and the positive and negative consequences. I mean, sometimes some really good things come out of our conflicts, our angers, our frustrations, because we resolve those and have a better work environment.
Can you give me an example of that?
From some of the research that we've done, one example actually that I have is a veterinarian technician was talking about how the receptionist would come back into their work area while they were doing surgery on animals, and they would get very frustrated. The doctor, of course, doesn't like the techs to talk while they're doing surgery, and the receptionist didn't understand that it was a bad thing to be back there, and so it was that explosion of, you have to stay out of our area, that finally got the receptionist to say, oh, okay, this is really important, that this is your space. And so it really required that emotional expression in order for the workplace to be something they both enjoy being in.
How do emotions at work, what's the long-term effect of that?
Well, I think, if we, emotions that aren't expressed, the long-term effect could certainly be not being happy in the workplace, having to make decisions about, do I stay in a workplace like this or do I leave? Obviously, there are some emotions that we know we have to keep in check. We keep emotions in check because we work with customers or clients or things like that, and certainly those are important, and we know those are parts of the job. I think, and what I'm most interested in, is when we deal with coworkers and we're not enjoying the work that we're doing, we're being harassed by coworkers, or we are being challenged, they're not supporting us, those kinds of things, and I think we have to make real important decisions about the places we're working in.
What advice would you give to people who work about expressing emotions at work?
Well, I think that we still need to be really cautious about when we express emotions. If the situation isn't a big deal, or certainly joyous expressions, I don't want to take those away. I mean, we want to be able to express those types of things and not to ignore that workplace is part of our life. We spend a lot of time in work. But I think we also don't want to suppress emotions so much that we don't like where we work anymore, that we're too afraid to handle situations that we're in. So I think we have to figure out how to balance. How do we contain the emotions that we don't need to express at that time, that if the situation's not as important, we can say, okay, we're frustrated, but we'll get over it, fine. But if it's really important to the workplace, it's really important moving forward, we need to find constructive ways to deal with those emotions.
That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.